Good afternoon, fam. Today is October 25th, and this is Frugal Living on the Ranch, and I'm Connie. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. On this channel, I talk about frugal living, DIYs, preparedness, self-sufficiency, food preservation, my cancer journey, and a whole lot of other things. But today I want to give an update on my cancer. I know the last two updates I did, or cancer videos I did, were kind of all over the place. So I did make some notes today so I can get everything. I can kind of share everything from the beginning. So I'm going to do a little bit of history first. When I was 30, I was diagnosed with stomach cancer. I had a huge tumor in my stomach, and I had half of my stomach removed, and then they found a mass or a couple spots in my liver. So I did chemo for 2 years. It was extremely, extremely rough, and that was, 30 years ago. So it was bad back then. I lost my hair. I was sick for pretty much 2 years straight. And then in February, I found a lump in my breast. And I had been in the process of getting insurance already. I did not have a primary care doctor. So I kind of looked around, got my insurance, I got that finished. I had that, like I say, that was already in the process. I didn't want to just file a claim right after I got it. So I did find a doctor here that I really liked. She is more of an integrative, naturopath type doctor. And I went to her. She did an exam. By then the tumor was extremely large, probably the size of I'd say a tennis ball at least. So she scheduled me for a CT scan. They did the CT scan and did a biopsy at the same time. And that was a fiasco in itself. They did the CT scan, the biopsy. I came home and I had a lot of swelling. So I went back, I believe it was about 24 hours later, the next day, and the swelling was bad. He put it on the ultrasound. He wanted to look at it. And as he put the ultrasound to it, the incision burst open and it started bleeding. It was bleeding everywhere. They could not get the bleeding stopped, so they sent me to the ER. And the ER wrapped it, and we got the bleeding stopped. I had to wear a real tight wrap for, I think, 3 days or something. So anyway, in the meantime, we get the results back from the biopsy, and it showed up cancerous. So I made an appointment with an oncologist and a surgeon in Denver. So we went up there, and they examined me and whatnot, and the surgeon said the tumor was too large to do surgery. So she wanted to do some chemo and whatnot and get it shrunk down. So the oncologist set up a schedule for me and put me on some certain ones. I came home and I got an appointment with the oncologist in Durango. And we got all that set up for me to start the chemo. In the meantime, I had some more swelling, and it was extremely painful. The pain was unreal. They put me on some pain medicines, which I don't do good on pain medicines, so I tried not to take them. And they did drain it once and got, oh golly, it was like 3 of the great big large syringes full of fluid out, and it immediately filled back up. So I suffered with that for a while. In the meantime, I'm getting the appointment with the oncologist. I had gotten the results back. I go to the oncologist, and she sets me up on a chemo protocol. I started off with gemcitabine and carboplatin. I do 2 Fridays on and a Friday off. The first treatment, I was so sick. I was not nauseated, which that was good. They did give me some pre-meds. I think it's got steroids and whatnot in it, so that kept me from getting so nauseous. But I spiked a fever, just chills and achy. It was horrible. So I go in, and I believe that next one, I did the blood work, and my blood work was not good, so I couldn't go in and do the next treatment. So the Friday after that, I went in and did. And so I've been on the 2 weeks on, 1 week off. Every now and again, the blood work will come back really, really low, and I'll have to cancel a Friday and kind of get built back up. And then I believe it was last month and a half ago, they started me on immunotherapy, Keytruda, I believe is how you say it, in addition to what I was taking. And that made me a little bit sicker, but not too bad. The last treatment I took was bad. My red blood cells, white blood cells, they all tanked, and I was extremely sick. So we had to cancel it. We will be doing another CT scan in this coming Friday. But through all of this, I mean, I've been sick and I'm tired. Oh, I'm so tired all the time. But I haven't lost my hair. I figure I've got about 2 months because it's thinning really, really bad. So I figure I have maybe 2 months before I'm probably going to have to start wearing a wig or a scarf or something. So that part's been good. But I'm real tired for 2-3 days afterwards. After that, I kind of start to get my energy back. And I can, get a few things done. I did, and I forgot to mention, I did close my doors as soon as I found out in March. I closed my business, my daycare business that I'd had for 20 years now, and that has really been difficult. But I got that, and then let's see. Man, sorry, I'm just trying to check my notes, make sure I don't forget something. So anyway, I did change my diet like the minute I found out, because I used to be a huge Diet Dr. Pepper drinker. I totally cut that out, cut all sugars, all carbs, went mostly vegetables, salads, whatnot, and very little meat. So, and that there has been some shrinkage, and I think that a lot of that's attributed to the diet, because I know and I guess, I don't know if I mentioned, I'm triple negative, stage 4. They did find, like I say, I'm going to be all over the place with this, sorry. They did find a spot on my gallbladder and a couple spots on my liver again. So they put me at stage 4. And like I say, I changed my diet completely. She's measures that every time I see the doctor, which is I think about once a month or so, and it does look like it has gone down. I do think part of that is attributed to the diet changes, and I am taking a massive amount of supplements and some off-label stuff, which I will do a whole separate video on my protocol on the supplements I'm taking and the off-label stuff I'm taking, and just kind of share that and the diet changes and whatnot. I will admit the last month and a half or so, I have totally fell off the diet wagon. It is so hard to stick with it, but I'm working on getting back onto it. I just, like I say, I had felt that it was shrinking, but since I've been off the diet, I feel like maybe it has grown a little bit, so that's a little concerning. So I'm going to get back on the diet and get this thing kicked. I have added a couple other things, which when I go over my protocol, I'll kind of share what all I've added to it. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I have lost 45 pounds, which is good because I definitely needed to do that and get my help. I haven't been working out as much as I should. I did buy a treadmill. I found a really good deal on a treadmill, so I want to start walking on that, which I need to do, and start exercising. So here in the next week or two, I'm going to get back on track with things, because like I say, just this last couple months, everything's been kind of crazy, and I just pretty much fell off. So I'll get back on track, and I'll share with you what the CT scan shows and where we are with that. So until then, y'all have a great day, and I will hopefully I covered everything. If you have any questions, just let me know, because I know some people have more questions, and I don't think about it until afterwards or until somebody asks something. So if you have any questions, just put it down below. If you want to stay updated on this, just subscribe, and I will talk at y'all later. Thanks.